Hello, sixth graders. We're going to call this video Putting Addition and Subtraction Together. We started with adding integers, then we defined subtracting integers, and now we're going to put it together to just give you a sense of how things look. Now, I'm going to say that I'm not going to do as much explanation in this video and try to keep it short, although that's sometimes a promise that I can't keep, because I love to explain things. I love the why of math, and I hope to inspire you to love the why of math as well. But I'm going to try to exercise some restraint and keep it quick. We're going to do a black 9 and a black 4, a red 9 and a red 4, black 9 and red 4. Can't put those too close, I guess. And a red 9 and a black 4. So it's really just what we started with the playing cards. I've literally gone back to the playing cards and to try to get you to see that what we're going to do now is really no different, except once we introduce subtraction, these additions, these 4 additions that I just indicated, can have different looks. We're going to take a look at those different looks and try to get comfortable with them. And the commutative property of addition is going to play a great role in this video. So let's start with the 4 problems that I just indicated. We got 9 plus 4, and notice I've divided, and this is very important, I've divided the 4 problems into 2 columns, same signs and different signs. Numbers 1 and 2, the 2 numbers have the same signs, and in numbers 3 and 4, they have different signs. 9 plus 4, of course, is 13. Okay, nothing surprising yet. And the only thing that we can really do here is the commutative property of addition. The only thing that kind of makes sense. I'm going to use an arrow like this whenever I am using the commutative property of addition. So we can write 9 plus 4, or 4 plus 9. Okay, that's it. We're going to move on now. Negative 9 plus negative 4. You think of this addition in a similar way as you do 9 plus 4. And again, I'm not going to describe all that vector addition stuff. Hopefully you've kind of mastered that at this point. But this, of course, is negative 13. Negative 9 plus 4 is negative 13. Well, we just learned that to add negative 4 is equivalent to subtracting 4. We can rewrite this as negative 9 minus 4. And I believe I said in a previous video, when you see negative 9 minus 4, you have to think of that as negative 4. It's got a minus sign in front of it. These two are equivalent. You're not adding 4 here, or you're adding negative 4. Negative 9 plus negative 4. That's what this means. Subtracting 4 is the same as adding negative 4. So this is also negative 13. There's one more thing to do here. Or maybe two more things to do here. Let's go back to the original negative 9 plus negative 4 and employ the commutative property of addition. And like I said, I'll use an arrow for that. The arrow means I'm just switching the order of the addition, the commutative property of addition. So that would give us negative 4 plus negative 9. And of course, the result is still negative 13, right? Negative 9 plus negative 4 is the same as negative 4 plus negative 9. But now we can do the same thing we did back here. Adding negative 9 is the same as subtracting 9. So we can rewrite this as negative 4 minus 9, and the answer is still negative 13. If I've gone too fast, pause, take a look at these 4. This is what makes it challenging. Conceptually, you've all mastered adding integers with the playing cards, with the vectors, which was a little more sophisticated approach. You've mastered that. Now that we've brought in subtraction and defined subtraction, you have to become competent at recognizing all these various looks and not being intimidated by them, to be able to handle them. So let's move on now to where the signs are different. And of course, it's a totally different approach. With these first two, we were doing mental addition because the signs were the same. Here we're going to be doing some subtractions mentally, right? 9 plus negative 4 is 5. Well, another way of writing 9 plus negative 4 is 9 minus 4. To subtract 4 means to add negative 4. You can go in either direction. If you start with 9 minus 4, you can write it as 9 plus negative 4. If you start with 9 plus negative 4, you can write it as 9 minus 4. Addition is commutative, so we'll go back to the 9 plus negative 4, and we will rewrite it as negative 4 plus 9. We'll flip-flop the negative 4 and the 9 around the plus sign to get negative 4 plus 9, and the result, of course, is still 5. Just the way things work out, this has 3 ways that it can present itself. The addition of the two positives had 2 ways it could present itself. This one down here had 4 different ways that it could present itself based on the definition of subtraction and the addition commutative of the commutative property of addition. Okay, here we happen to get 3. Our final sum is negative 9 plus 4. You know at this point that that's negative 5. Here we're going to use the commutative property of addition first. Right? That's kind of all we can do at this point. Rewrite this as 4 plus negative 9. Addition is commutative for any real numbers, not just two positives. Right? Negative 9 plus 4 is the same as 4 plus negative 9, the commutative property of addition. Well, there's one more thing we can do here. We're going to get 3 variations for number 4. 4 plus negative 9 is equivalent to 4 minus 9, which is negative 5. I'm going to make sure I hold this so that there's no glare, giving you an opportunity to pause if necessary and study this. Here's a thought. Take 4 similar numbers, like maybe you use, make them higher, even higher than the playing cards could go. Maybe use 3 and 11 and negative 11 and negative 3. See if you can make up a chart like this. 11 plus 3, negative 11 plus negative 3, 11 plus negative 3, and negative 11 plus 3. Do what I did with 4 other numbers and get used to it. This is sort of it as far as adding and subtracting integers. This is an attempt to put it all together and see how things can look. You have to be flexible in math. You have to be able to handle any situation that's thrown at you. So take care. Nice chatting with you again. Bye-bye, 6th graders.